Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Today we are talking about one of the most important sustainability issues plaguing the world today, our reliance on industrial agriculture. In order to delve deeper into this topic, we have interviewed stakeholders with four different and unique perspectives on this topic. Please stay tuned to find out how industrial agriculture might be affecting the health and happiness of you, your loved ones, and the world in general.
I am affected by industrial agriculture by being a consumer. Pesticides are made to be toxic to living organisms, like myself. Residues of these pesticides and chemicals can be left on the food in which we consume. Chemicals may affect non-target organisms that are important for ecological health. Why is this urgent? For better protection of our environment and our health.
I'm affected by industrial agriculture because my family owns farmland. We struggle with finding a middle ground between making a living and implementing sustainable practices. My biggest issues are the over-tillage and erosion of soil, pesticide and chemical runoff, and using enough water to have a good crop, but without wasting as much. Um, it's become increasingly difficult to stay competitive with those less inclined to keep our earth in mind. We need your help, and we need the help of others to be vocal about how precious and finite our earth is, and how important it is to have decision makers with our priorities in mind.
So, how has industrial agriculture affected me? That's a good question. I guess the simple answer is that it ruined my home. Okay, so that might be a bit dramatic, but it has ruined the land around my home. I used to be able to look out my window and see nothing but fields and grass. Now, what do I see? A concentrated animal feeding operation. What's that? Well, imagine a cow. Now, double that. Now, double that. Now, keep doubling that number until you have thousands upon thousands of cows standing shoulder to shoulder. You want to talk about the smell? Horrendous. You want to talk about the living conditions for the animals? Horrendous. You know, what I don't understand is that everyone talks about wanting to, get the cars off the road, replace them with electric vehicles, reduce carbon emissions, greenhouse gases. Have you ever stopped to think how much methane a cow produces? How much methane thousands of cows produce? What's more, I heard that methane is 20 times better than carbon dioxide at retaining and trapping heat. So you want to talk about a wicked problem? Yeah, I would say industrial agriculture definitely is a wicked problem.
As an inhabitant of this planet, I am affected by industrial agriculture, and so are all of you. Industrial agriculture is a top contributor to climate change, with livestock production alone accounting for nearly 20% of all greenhouse gas emissions. Industrial agriculture is heavily reliant on fossil fuels because of its mechanization, the production of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides that comes along with it, and the distance that our food travels before it reaches us. Climate change is a serious threat that will impact all of us. If we do not make a change, we are facing increasing threats such as sea level rise, loss of biodiversity, increased natural disasters, and loss and damage to infrastructure, just to name a few. Luckily, there are a few things we all can do to help, such as eating less meat and dairy and buying our food locally.